So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a breaking news, guys, and the market. The great thing about the stock market is that it never gets boring, right? Yesterday, of course, with the shock news, Trump illogically moved to end stimulus talks and baffles Wall Street and Washington, obviously, right? I mean, everyone is now currently awaiting these stimulus, but then Trump goes out and says, totally stop the talks. However, though, with every new event on the stock market, you also have opportunities, okay? And I was thinking yesterday, what is the reason why Donald Trump is doing this move, and if you're watching from the US, let me know where from the US, and if you're watching from anywhere else in the world, make sure to smash that keyboard in front of you and let me know where you are watching from. This is highly appreciated. And make sure to follow me on Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny. I didn't mention this before this morning, so here we are, very easy to understand. And the question is it now a very interesting time to invest into airline stocks, okay? As you might know, the travel industry or the overall scenario in the travel business is not that great, right? We have the huge health crisis and people are wondering when airlines are being more and more in the air, when we have this vaccine, when we have a new normal. But the crucial thing about this is really that people should feel safe to travel, right? I mean, I traveled just recently from Germany and to Dubai, and I thought, it's actually a very pleasant situation right now. It's not that busy as before, and everything is clean and everything looks fine to me. So the question is now a great time to buy airline stocks? And Warren Buffett, sold all his airlines. So let's have a look what actually is happening, okay? So first of all, this happened that yesterday Trump's illogical statement to stop stimulus talk was absolutely shocking. But then the question is, what will happen tomorrow with the market? And, surprise, surprise, because the market is back up, okay? And we are back up about 3/4 of a percentage point in all of those indexes in America. And mostly people say on Wall Street it's because he said that he would like to make the 4 airlines possible. So even though he's saying stop the stimulus talks, we still need, I think it was 25 billion for the airlines, which is obviously what is included in the stimulus. So what is this actually meaning is that even though the stimulus will not get through, you're still getting the $25 billion for airlines. And if you're going on his Twitter, obviously it's a lot of marketing now for his election. He is back. Obviously, a strong man, fought coronavirus. And, I think that it's absolutely, fantastic that, he's well, as everyone should be. And then, you read that United Airlines, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, and Southwest Airlines are those airline stocks that benefit from the current situation. It's not yet, settled, but, it seems that the president and the whole White House behind the president want to keep on keeping the airlines, liquid. And this is obviously helping to grow. He said it in his words. By today at 5:54 a.m. The House and Senate should immediately approve $25 billion for airline payroll support and $135 billion for paycheck protection program for small business. Both of these will be fully paid for with unused funds from the CARES Act. Have this money. I will sign now. Okay, so he's definitely behind it. So I'm quite interested. What does it mean, obviously, for the stocks? Is it something that you can trade a little bit on? I'm not a big fan of airlines. I think in general, also long term, it's a very hard and very competitive business. Though obviously sometimes you have these opportunities. Now, if I would decide right now, I will not make this short-term trade, but I will tell you what is my closest thing I would do when I would be interested into this trade. So if you are, a trader, or, having these impulses that you want to risk a little bit of play money into one of those airlines, then I think it's interesting to look into it. And this is actually what I will do right now. So as you can see here, here, everywhere is the headline. So for one, you have the PR and publicity for the stocks itself, which is, fantastic if you want to invest into stocks. But which of those stocks are actually my favorite? So let's start with Southwest Airlines, which is personally my favorite. Why? Southwest has something that none of those airlines have, and they have a pretty stable, low-cost carrier system for internal US. Okay, so everything what they do, internally in the US area. So I really like that they are specialized on very something American, right? So if you think about, okay, America want to give money to American companies on American soil, then Southwest has a pretty good shot to get a lot of money, right? Moreover, I think that their business model is just great, to bring you from A to B. And I read a book about Southwest Airline and, the big guy behind it that made this airline very huge. He said one day, our competition is not other airlines, it's the truck business or the bus business. So as you can see, they really want to be cheap on the market, and this is what I really love about Southwest Airlines. However, you will see that there's other airlines or airline industries players that could be interesting, like for example Boeing, right? Even though they said yesterday that they are heavily impacted by the current situation, health crisis, and they think even in the next 10 years they will sell less airplanes, though I think that this could be a very interesting deal, because think about it, guys. You have two plane manufacturers in two continents. Okay, you have Airbus, which is the European kingpin, and then you have the Boeing player, the US American. And I think Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said it quite nicely. He said, "We will not let Boeing down." So let's see from where they actually come. And as you can see, there's a long way to come back. So if you want to invest into some airline industries, then this would be my top two picks. Southwest, as well as Southwest, you can get half the price. Sorry, not half the price. Definitely. Wait a second. Let's pull the 6-month chart, year to date. So you can see, the highest were at around 60, and now we are somewhere around 40. So still $20 to go. Boeing, if you think it will go back to further previous levels, then also here it's something long-term interesting. Those two pieces I would personally, pick if I would do this short-term trades. Now, then we have also United Airlines, which, I'm not a big fan of. And then also, obviously, American Airlines, which I think is one of the, the most aggressive trade, because they can basically, because of the balance sheet, go underwater. Okay, so this is interesting to know. Just make sure, guys, you seeing here, yesterday we lost 4.5% and now we gaining 4%, so we're still lower than yesterday, obviously. So it's something that you need to consider, that we are definitely into a spectrum where, you know, it's still unknown, right? It's not yet that, you know, the US president said, you know, this is what we are doing. It's basically what they would like to do. And therefore, you know, I think that it's maybe interesting if you are looking into those short-term trades. If you're asking me, you know, I love to be into long-term opportunities because they are just much easier to handle. You know, you just know that, you know, in X time, can be 10 years, 5 years, you can 10 times or 12 times your money. And, you know, if you do it this a couple of times, then you can be a very, very wealthy individual. Follow me on Instagram, guys. If you like this breaking news part about the airlines, make sure to leave a thumb up. This is obviously highly appreciated. As always, I'm wishing you a fantastic start into the day, and it looks quite good, as you can see, you know, with the futures going further up and up. So I'm wishing you absolutely a very successful day on the stock market, and subscribe if you are new. I'm wishing you all the best and stay tuned.